Hello YouTube model railroaders. Today I'm going to be reviewing and running the MTH Premier Line Canadian National -8 40CW diesel locomotive. This engine was just released about 3 weeks ago from MTH, and this is the first newly retooled -8 40CW that was released by MTH, and all I can say is MTH has done a fantastic job on this model engine. As far as I'm concerned, this is the nicest, most detailed -8 40CW that any O-gauge manufacturer has made to date. This engine comes equipped with the ProtoSound 2.0 operating system, has operating headlights front and rear, illuminated number boards front and rear, which I really like, has illuminated cab interior, has the engineer and the conductor figure, has oscillating ditch lights on the front, proto couplers front and rear. This particular engine also has the operating LED running lights, which I like. It has the green on the nose and the red on the tail. Now this is the only engine of the 5 engines that have been released by MTH that has the running lights, because Canadian National is one of the few railroads that still use the colored running lights. And the other engines that have been released, like I said, is Canadian National, the Norfolk Southern, which I'll be doing a running session of next that I have, the Union Pacific, which is a very nice engine. I'd like to have that too, but you can't have them all. The CSX, which is done in the old dark blue, gray, and yellow, and the Santa Fe. Now that one hasn't been released yet, but I've been told that that one will be out later this week. Now getting back to this engine, what sets this engine apart from all the other MTH engines, and like I said, why I think this is the best, is the level of detail that this engine has. Has so many separately applied applications and details. Every time I look at this engine, I'll find something else. Starting with the nose of the engine, it has all kind of separately applied handrails and grab irons right above the windshield on the engine. There's grab irons up there. If you were looking out through the cab window on the nose, there's handrails and grab irons there. They have the sun visor on either side of the cab windows for sun visor, rain shield, whatever you want to call it. Has the rear view mirrors on both sides of the cab window that actually move out and in. Sliding cab windows. Has all kind of separately applied handrails on the very front nose of the engine. Chains on the front of the engine, on the back of the engine. It has the metal screening on the top radiator vent. Now this doesn't have the spinning roof fans anymore, because that back radiator panel lifts off, and that's your access point for your controls if you're going to run this conventional. This also has the metal mesh screening on the intake and exhaust panels on the side. The steps on the front and rear are fantastic. They're the see-through metal grating like on the real engines, and the treadway or the walkway, whatever you want to call it, and the steps actually has the anti-skid non-slip finish like you'd find on the real railroad engines. You really can't tell from the video, but it just looks fantastic. Also on the nose of the engine, you have the General Electric builder plates. You have all kind of separately applied little warning applications on both sides of the engine. Nice gold safety stripe that goes down each side of the engine and on the nose and on the tail of the engine. This engine has a great sounding horn, great sounding bell, great smoke system, separately applied horn on the roof, all kind of nice little hand painted detail on the fuel tank on both sides of the engine. There's also a little bit of hand painted detail on the truck bearings. I don't know what that actually signifies, but there's writing there also. The trucks are highly detailed. You can see the brake lines running. And overall, this is just a great engine, and I don't think anybody that would buy this engine would be disappointed. Fantastic engine. Now, a lot of people were wondering, if this is Canadian National, why this engine is painted blue. Well, this engine used to belong to Conrail. When Conrail was split up by Norfolk Southern and CSX, Norfolk Southern had an excess pool of the -8s that they obtained in the sale, and they leased a bunch of these to the Illinois Central Railroad. That's why the IC is on the front panel there on the engine. If you look under the number that has IC, That stands for Illinois Central. Here about a year ago, Canadian National purchased the Illinois Central, and they assumed the leases on these engines. But I've been told now that they've liked these engines. They actually have purchased these from Norfolk Southern, and they're in the process now of repainting them in the familiar red, yellow, black, and white Canadian National colors. And then all they did was put the big CN on the side for the time being. So overall, this is a great engine. Like I said, I believe this is the most detailed Dash 8 to date from any manufacturer. One other little detail I like on this too, not on the side that we're looking at now, but on the opposite side of the engine, there's a couple of little panels that, like, if they'd have to actually lift this off, MTH actually has little lifting eyes. They actually went to that level of detail to put the lifting eyes on there, which is really a nice feature. So like I said, this is a great engine, and the next engine I'll be running will also be a Dash 840 CW, but it'll just be a running session. It'll be the Norfolk Southern. So if you want to get one of these, get to your MTH dealer now while they're still available, and I know you'll enjoy it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you next time. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll catch you next time. Like I said, the next one will be a running session of the Norfolk Southern -840 CW. Thanks for watching.